Welcome everybody to this week's A Minute with Stony Stone. I'm Eric Timehatter taking over because Stony Stone himself is off in the Great Pacific Northwest searching for salmon. We wish him all the best of luck and hopefully we'll check in with him later. Yes, I know he's actually online, but to start off, we had the Catfish Bash this weekend. A lot of teams came out and tried to, did their best out there, but man, was it hot. Hot, hot, hot. Stoney, how hot was it out there?
It was, if I remember correctly, it was so hot. It was 102, I believe, on Saturday when we were fishing. So it was really hot.
Yes.
Yeah. It was definitely right about 100 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Oh, did you guys get the warning, the wildfire warning out there?
For the Yuba
We got three.
No, for Clear Lake.
or the Clear Lake? Oh,
There's an
yeah, yeah. We got them on our
evacuation.
phone. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got that one. We were out on
I was
Friday
like,
and had
wait a
another fire.
second, what is that zone? I'm like looking it up and I was like, that's far enough away. It was close though. It was pretty close to the Airbnb.
Yeah, every time we go to there, it seems like there's always a fire.
There were
Yeah.
three different separate fires.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, we got two different evacuation notices, but luckily we were about 15 minutes away from it. So, and especially since I was napping like at the Airbnb that's like on the dock on the water, I'm like, either it's coming in hard or like it's not going to get this far. And it didn't get that far, so that's good.
Well, you had paddle boards and a little paddle boat. You could have just gone out into the lake. You'd been fine.
Yeah, exactly.
A little couple kayaks, you would have been good.
Yeah, all spills just jump into the lake. It's not like it'd be that bad of a thing.
It's pretty milky green. I don't know. I'd
I
rather
mean, if a fire's
I'd rather
coming,
burn.
I'll deal with that water.
I'd rather burn.
Just get singed.
Oh
Uh,
man.
all right, where's the listings at? So Catfish Bash this Saturday, hot August nights, and hot it was. How was your guys' bite?
For us, we had basically a good run rate of about a fish an hour. Very first 20 minutes, we hooked up in a spot we were fishing, and then we just, made it happen, and the bite turned off about turned out about 4 or 5 o'clock, but Friday the bite was on at about 4 or 5 o'clock. So for us in the same spot, it reversed. My strategy was hit our spot early. We knew it because it was going to produce late in the day. We didn't feel like we were going to get a lot of bites in the middle of the day, so we just wanted to lock up that spot so no one else kind of got into that spot. And it actually paid off because we had our three fish by 1 o'clock,
Yes.
1:30.
Yes, I'm like, I
Um,
was trying to talk trash to you. I was like, oh, it's only like 12:30 on a 12 o'clock blast off. Let me ask Stoney, has he caught anything yet? And you actually did. I'm proud of you.
we actually did. I think I got the first fish of the day.
Yeah, right
And
away.
right away, and then we each, got some fish. We traded out some fish. We just didn't get the big fish we needed. I mean, at least for us, struggling in the past, we've, turned in one fish. We've turned in two fish. For us to at least meet the three fish, and to me that's a win. Is that we were able to cull some fish, trade some out. Just so happened that location didn't have the big monsters, and that's just fishing there. We can't
Yeah.
predict the size. And the one
There's only
struggle we
so
always,
big of monsters out there.
this is true, but this is the thing we always struggle with is when you're on fish, not the big ones, you got to make a decision. Is like, am I going to leave fish to find fish? Am I going to leave the fish I'm,
Right.
catching to maybe go not catch anymore or maybe catch big ones? So you kind of gamble, you talk about it as a team. We make some decisions. We pulled in JR this time, so we had, JR Ruas with us. So we had, three heads to kind of come up with a plan, and we did make a move. right? We did make a move into some rougher water, really rough water. We're like, let's get out of this. Let's get back into some shelter. And it was pretty close to where we had started anyway. And we just kind of finished it out there and we just kind of hoped we were going to get the bigger fish. And
Yeah, we couldn't get past the 12-pound mark or 13-pound mark, and so we knew a spot to where we were catching. We average catch like 18, 19 pounders
right.
all the time when we catch there. So it was what the last 2 hours of the
Yeah, the last 2 hours, and it was just unfishable. That afternoon wind picked up, and it was one of those things to where it was just kind of too little, too late. It was a Hail Mary shot. Let's go try it, and we felt good to turn in 3 fish, and we're just hoping that a lot of people struggled like we did, which there was 7 teams that turned in 0 fish. Now,
That's always a rough day.
yeah, not all of them got skunked. It was a mixed bag of things. So I know from what I remember, there was at least 2 teams that had flat tires and didn't even make it in. You had one
That's rough.
team that ran out of gas, who, Catfish Cadillac, Aaron McMullen, story is I heard they took the tank off their pontoon, put it in the Catfish Cadillac, used it, but what they didn't
The
calculate
Catfish
was
Cadillac broke down? Not the Catfish Cadillac.
it broke, but
Not
this
the
is
Catfish Cadillac. Oh man, I got some good footage of that before you guys
and
disembark.
it's not that he broke down. It was one of those things is it burned a lot more gas than what he thought. So he had to make a decision. Do I try to
How
make
much
it
gas
back
can
to
that
the
thing burn?
well, it's just you gotta have the right size gas tank. So obviously the gas tank was under, size for what he needed for the day. He had to make a decision. Do I make it back to the dock or do I make it back to weigh-in? And he opted to go to the dock so he didn't get stuck. And so it means he didn't turn in any fish. And then the rest of the teams, I think, all got zeros.
yeah, yeah. I'd like to know if he did any modifications to his engine or not. Like if he souped it up or something.
He's from Clear Lake. What do you think?
Yeah, I know there was one team.
It's gonna go fast. It's probably sucking down the gas, man. It's going fast.
No, that thing was
That
cool.
there was one team that was running late. I don't know if they were one of the flat tires or something, but
Oh, it was Son of Happy Hookers. I believe they actually made it into the tournament, even though they broke, got a flat tire, but they still didn't manage to put any fish on the board. So they had a double whammy.
I
Not
never
only,
saw them.
yeah,
Apparently, one of the teams was Jake said no, because they're like, oh, we'll be there at 1, and Jake's like, sorry, you missed registration and blast off.
yeah, it's probably Reggie. I know Reggie
tournament.
had a flat tire, and they didn't make it.
I think that brings up a new rule too, right?
Another new rule.
If you leave during a tournament, if you check out or
So we've asked that, and we have to just do a better job to remind people. It's not so much a rule. I mean, we talk about it, but it's more of a courtesy that if you're striking out and you're not making it, call Jake, call somebody at the ramp and say, hey, you're not coming back in. That way, people don't worry about you being stuck out there and
let somebody know.
So we'll talk more about that.
I mean, that's just a good safety knowledge, just in general. It's like, okay, maybe you don't want to come back to the dock because you skunked out or whatnot, but at least let somebody know, like Jake or someone with the tournament know, hey, we're not actually going to come back, so we're not all like, hey, do we need to start a search and rescue for this boat?
Right.
Because we will.
Yep.
If you're actually in trouble, if you don't show up, we're going to be
maybe it depends on who you are.
Safety reasons, weigh-in reason, just general, just overall, it's better. If you do leave, if you dip out of the tournament, let somebody know.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But that is a hard call to make, though.
Do you have the standings there, Eric? I know I've got them on
have
Facebook.
the standings. So, miraculous thing happened this weekend. So, with the blind bogey, the thing with the blind bogey is they put in a bunch of random numbers from 30 to 60. And just all the way through that entire spectrum. And just by chance, this tournament pulled a really big high number for the bogey. So it caused a full sweep by CMC Rods, where they got uh, biggest basket, biggest catch, biggest fish, and the blind bogey. Take all the money home.
They took it. It was a clean sweep. It was crazy.
Clean sweep. And I mean, usually the blind bogey is meant so like people get it. That was the spread. That's how, the random draw took place. And they came in like sweep the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's one, it's kind of interesting is the way thing, for you guys that are watching who don't know, everybody pays their entry fees and that goes towards first, second, and third. And then we call the side pots. The side pot is people, not everybody, but a lot of people put into big fish. So whoever
Yeah.
gets the big fish of the day wins that pot. And there's a
Last
third
tournament,
pot.
the person who got big fish wasn't even in the top three. They were like down in the standings, but they still had big fish.
Right, but we do that, so theoretically everybody has a chance to win something along the way,
Well,
and
you
then the
got three
blind bogey is
chances to
another
win.
one. Right. So blind bogey, it's something that Jake and I talk about is knowing that typically you're going to have higher weights. Do we make the blind bogey purposely a lower weight number as opposed to just a straight across the board? I mean, there's some things we can tweak to make that a little more fair in the sense of you draw a high number, of course the guy who's winning is going to get that too. So maybe the blind bogey is something that's going to be something targeted towards somebody who's not going to be in the top 5 spots at a potentially. So you purposely go with a lower weight. So there's some things we can do to tweak. So we'd like to hear some feedback from you guys. We try to be innovative. We try to come up with kind of fun, different things to do. And is it perfect? Not at all. Are we learning and trying? Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, and then there is the argument of how low does your max weight go?
For
And
the
okay,
you know,
maybe because this time it was 60, maybe that's too high, but then maybe 50. And on Clear Lake, a lot of times that's okay. Like usually the top teams are above 50, but not always. And even at Mendocino, that top or the total number of weight is even lower. It's we've had winning teams in the 40s,
right?
and
So
so
I
they
think
can
it's
still
something.
get winner with the top bogey.
All right, so as we get data on each of the different, tournaments we do and the different locations and the more data we can collect, the more we can balance things out, using the data.
Yeah,
But, what we've seen in the last few tournaments is we're not even breaking 60 pounds, which could be the time of year, could be a lot of factors that go into it. But as we collect more
yeah.
data, we'll make adjustments and figure it
Fish
out.
need to grow.
Yep. Um, but yeah, it was amazing. So CNC pretty much had a clean sweep of the whole thing, and
Yeah.
I don't think the bangers, the Bass Lane bangers,
They came in
uh,
second.
they can't even
There's
the
a story
bananas did
there.
not temper that. No, here's all I can say is they could have taken first, but we gave them bananas and they got second.
Yes. Yes. That's,
No,
yep.
no, no,
I
wait,
think
wait,
like,
wait, no.
yeah.
This is karma, Stoney. This is your
That's
karma
karma.
for trying to plant bananas and then getting caught.
Getting
What did
caught. That was the best
you
part.
place in? What
What's
was your
that?
place? Was it 10th?
Oh, we
Yeah.
took 10th. We took 10th place.
So we're pretty down from like what, 4th to 10th?
We were 4th to 10th, but when we do a next week on our podcast, we're going to do a update on the standings for the series because I'm out in Gold Beach right now, so I didn't have time to put that together. But we will have it and go over because everybody wants to know where does everybody stand for the overall standings, who's in the 10 spot seeds at the top. And so we'll see. It's going to be a mixed bag. I think every
Yep.
tournament, it's not nobody's running away with it. Let's put it that way.
Right.
It's not consistency. The top three
Yeah.
teams are winning. It's been different every tournament.
I mean, there's a lot of favorites that, skunked out or, did worse than you too.
There's a lot of favorites that are slipping down
Yeah.
the scales a little bit. And what's interesting is you got a lot of the new guys coming in at the top. So things are really getting mixed up, which I like. It kind of, puts some heat
Yeah.
on, the veteran guys that do this on a regular basis end up, and I'm guilty of it as well, is overthinking it. You
Yeah.
overthink it, and the new guys coming in are like, hey, we're just going to go out there and have fun. We're going to put some stuff to use. Like Warren, his very first tournament, they know what they're doing. They just went out there and did it
Yeah.
and won first place. So maybe it's more of a mental game than it is. I mean, most of these guys are doing a lot of the same things. So maybe mentally we're all doing things differently and we get in our own heads, and that's where we screw up. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be innovative, intuitive, feel the water, and try to get where, that's a big lake too. So just trying to find out where the actual catfish are is a whole
And they have
thing.
fins. They have fins and they swim, so they move.
Yep.
But yeah,
And
it's
sometimes they're just not hungry.
it's been a great ride though. You guys that are doing it, all the new guys coming in, really appreciate you guys getting involved. And there's been a few teams that have joined that haven't done well at all, but yet they keep coming back. And all I got to say is stick with it. You're not always going to be at the bottom, and the guys at the top, as you're seeing, aren't always at the top. Those guys are slipping. And
Yeah.
we've been pretty consistent with how we've been. We've pretty much been middle of the pack. We got a little prize last month or last tournament, and we were up a little higher. But consistently, we're not at the bottom, we're not at the top. We're kind of just old parts in the middle. I don't know.
I mean, you guys have done well on two fish before too, where you just brought in two fish, but
Yeah,
you
we did.
still ended up being middle of the pack too.
Right.
Like
So
you
so
beat
that's
people that brought in three.
right. And this is why we do the series, right? Because it's so let me kind of break it down a little bit. Is a lot of guys are like, they like the pro style 2-day tournament, right? Because one day you're going to do bad, the next day you're going to do good, and it kind of balances out and it kind of mixes things up for a one-time weekend. We've kind of
Yeah.
taken that same approach, but we spread it across 6 tournaments. And some you're going to do bad, some you're going to do good, but throughout the whole thing, what I feel is like the guys that are steady, that are pretty consistent at the end of this are going to do really well.
Yeah.
The ones that are like, they go up there and they're at the top of the leaderboard, then they slip. And then you got the ones at the bottom that come at the top. But, the average, right? If we can maintain a steady average and just try to get better, just do better every time, we have a chance of, doing well in the championship. So, but we still got a couple more tournaments to go before we start
Yep.
counting our eggs or chickens or however
Right.
this thing is. So.
Before we get into
Consistency.
the third place was Whisker Warriors and Frank Johnson's team.
Yeah, and those guys are pretty new. They haven't been doing this a long time, and they've come up to they're another new team that's finished at the top in the money.
They brought in 47 pounds.
Yeah, it's respectable, definitely.
We have Calusa Cats in fourth place with John Riviera as captain.
Yeah, and John is another one. John is consistent. He's usually more. I mean, he's right there, right? He's third, fourth, fifth. He's won this before as well. He's taken a first place win.
Yeah.
So John is another one that is consistently in the higher middle or lower higher. He's not always at the top, but he's relevant. You can't count him out. And it's just him and his wife. It's a two-man
Yep.
team every time, and they're out fishing people with three people team. I shouldn't say man, right? Him and his wife, beautiful lady, very nice lady. So they're right there, right? They're in the
Good
money.
people. Yep.
Yep. Then fifth place, Team Sippy Cup. Again,
So there's
another
right, they're flipping.
consistent, like, they're like, I was about to say top 10 finishers, but they're really like top 5. But even then,
They're
some turns
they're
they struggle too.
They're a top player. They're usually in the top 5. They've won this a few times. They've won some of the other ones, but they're always relevant. And
Yeah,
you can
they're
see
at
they're slipping.
45.6 pounds. Judy
The,
Palma.
la- the last tournament, they turned in one fish. Never before, I don't think I've ever seen them turn in one fish, and it was a tough fish. And so it's
Yep.
any given day, right? You can be at the top to the bottom.
Yeah, and then Snag and Whiskers, Brian
Both
Padilla.
of Yeah, they're a newer team, and they're right there playing it with the big boys right there at the top. That's a respectable place to finish.
Yeah, and they're at 43 pounds or 43.9, so just below 44 pounds. Then we got Standard Issue Fishing Team, also
Those
known as
guys are
SIF,
nobody.
also known
Nobody.
as Not Here Today.
See, this is
Boom.
what happens. You got her butt kicked, and now they came and show up to a podcast. I fired him and
Uh,
replaced him with Anthony.
What's up on Darren
yeah, we
Mason?
all know why Darren isn't here. He's like, oh, I overdid it yesterday, and like, but granted, it's hot out. That sun is brutal, and that's why I went and took a nap at the Airbnb.
He's becoming an old fart, that's but hey, the
Yeah,
old farts have not given up. We still make our commitments. Here we are, not even in town, and I got to
yeah.
get off the water. I got to get on the podcast. I should be doing something else, but Eric's
Yeah,
holding
but
down the fort.
then
Well, that's how
but he
Texas
did give
fishing
me a
goes,
little
though,
bit of
too,
an
you know.
update. So he was saying again, he was brutal. The fish were like not wanting to bite. He claims he only got 7, which really I think means 5, but still 2. So who are we to say anything about their fish totals? And then they even brought a ringer,
They
like
did.
that's already admitted to having a ringer. But it was Chad's goddaughter came in, and I mean they've been struggling too. Like you've beaten them the last like couple tournaments,
Yeah,
and
one.
they brought in the winger and got in seventh place.
Hey, Lady Luck wins it every time. I tried to get Anthony to wear a tutu, but he said no.
No. Oh,
Beginner's
we'll get
luck.
to your ringer here
Oh,
soon
beginner's
enough,
luck.
Stony Stone.
Uh,
So in 8th place, we got Real Addiction
Real
with
Addiction, that's Mr. Kencini, right? He's the middle of the pack guy. So sorry, Ken, it's not a slam, but Ken's pretty, he's right there in the middle, mixing it up as well. It could be he can go up or down. He's just right there.
Yeah,
they're at
I'd have to admit that I did enjoy seeing Ken do good this tournament. He's struggled in the past couple of tournaments.
Ken just needs to finish a tournament. And he did.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When Ken finished it, I'm like, hey, he finished the tournament. There
Yeah.
was no whatever reason he finished. That's awesome. Good job. Sticking it till the end.
And then we got another big time favorite for the championship. Team Two Birds,
Two birds, they're
Chris
slipping.
Wheeler and Viola.
Yep, second place last time, and where are they? Seventh,
Ninth,
eighth, ninth place. So that's a
only
huge slide,
37
right?
pounds. Only 37 pounds. Like
Right.
they were struggling
So,
out there. Like for once, Chris wasn't running his mouth, and like Chris is usually really good at running his mouth. I'm like, oh, how do you do today? And like put the camera in his face, and he'll let me know when he's doing really well. But when he's not doing really well, he's like, yeah, I know why your camera's here. You can just. But at least he beat Team Old Farts Fishing.
Hey, this is true.
Rounding out the top 10 with 31 pounds.
31 pounds.
But 3 fish, though, right? You got
We
the
had
3
three fish. We just didn't have the biggest fish.
Stoney, you're never going to have the biggest fish.
No, words will never come out of my mouth.
Right under you was Team Alley Cats.
Alley Cats, yeah, they're fairly new too.
Yeah.
Then Fetch the Bite, followed by Snag 'em and Bag 'em / Hooked.
Yep.
We got Hook 'em Big.
Kevin struggled.
So there you go. You got Hook 'em Big. You got Kevin, right? You got more. They're contenders. They're usually at the top. They're great fishermen, but yet they're they slipped a little bit. That heat really got to them, I guess.
Oh, under Hook 'em Big, we got Whisker Chasers, Herb.
Now see, that's another one. I think Herb turned in one fish. So
13.
has the lake
13.13.
record, right? The guy that knows this lake inside and out has the lake record.
Lives there.
He had the
lives
flag
there.
out there.
Yeah, he guides.
He has some herb merch out there.
Yeah. So again, I don't want to just beat a dead horse, but it's like these guys that, live on the lake. It doesn't mean they're a shoe-in. Doesn't mean that
Yeah.
they're going to win every time. They have a bad day just like everybody else. And,
That's no excuse.
no, that's no excuse, Herb. You should have known better. No,
Those are
Herb's an
rookie
awesome
numbers.
guy.
Get those numbers up.
Yeah. Herb is sporting a brand new Old Farts fishing hat, courtesy of me. Gave it to him. Herb actually wears out hats. He calls Stoney, I need another hat. I wore the other one out. It's got holes and stains, and I'm like, Herb, dude, you sport that thing all the time. I'm giving you a hat. So he got a new hat.
Yeah, and then rounding out the bottom, we got Warren with Whiskey Getters or Whisker Getters and
So
Tule Creek. Tule Creek came
again,
in really strong and hard, and they've been, killing it the beginning of the year, and then
Warren won this.
hit really hard.
February, I think it was February. Warren won it first time out, second time out, one of the early on. They win first place, and now they're at the bottom. So again, it changes, just
Yeah,
like the
it's
weather.
any given tournament, you don't know what's going to happen. This whole standings will change next tournament for sure, and no one's a shoe-in. And
This
that's
is why we like the series, right? It levels the playing field, and this is a prime example of why Jake and I decided to do the series. Is exactly why we're going through these standings. It changes, and again, the guys that are studying middle of the road are going to be, I predict a little bit more towards, the higher end shoe-ins for the tournament for the championship.
well, and it's not an easy series either. That's the thing too. Like a lot of tournaments, like one-day tournaments, they're just hoping, that one big day, everyone's going to have a good time. Like, and they try to cater it to make it like easy for the guys to get fish, if that makes sense.
No, so
But
there's
like
prime
they
time.
plan it for like early day, like here's a prime weekend to go fishing. Let's see who can do the best in optimal conditions. And the nice part about the Catfish Bash
That's
and
good.
Catfish Wars,
Mhm.
it ain't easy. Noon blast off, 100-degree weather, all the way. Like you got to fish through the heat of the summer when the fish are predictably not biting. Like no one fishes that time of day. This is when the summer bash and the hot August nights are. Mendocino Lake is coming up, Halloween bash. A lot of people did bad at Fool's Bash. Now we have trick or treat. Are you going to get tricks or are you going to get treats at Mendocino for Halloween Bash? And we don't know.
So
And
let's
got
talk about that bash for a second. So it's coming up. That's the next tournament in October. I will open up registration when I get back from our trip in Gold Beach. So hopefully Wednesday or Thursday, announcements will go out. We'll email all the teams as well as post it on Facebook. There's a few teams who aren't active on Facebook, like Herb, and we'll probably send out text messages. We'll try to commute with everybody saying, hey, registration's opening. We have
Tell
one.
us how to communicate with you. And when registration happens, we'll get that message out to you.
Oh, to communicate with me, everybody knows how to reach me. Just
Yeah,
Facebook,
exactly.
phone.
Just do it. Contact Stoney.
Yeah.
Get on his mail
Um,
list.
right. So a couple of things that we want to just caution people about. Mendocino, they've dropped that lake 30 feet already. It's a couple months away before we even have that tournament. There is a slight chance that they pull our permit
No, no,
in
no.
that event.
Oh, he didn't tell you?
What
Permits are ready to go. It's locked in. We are
they are
set.
ready to go, but the
Yeah.
thing that people need to understand is there's a lot of heat between now and October. If they drop the water lake more, they can change their mind and pull the permit. So yes, we're approved. Yes, we're ready to go. We're moving forward as we're going to fish it. But in the event that it gets canceled because they pull the permit, we will refund everybody's money. We're also trying to potentially, if we can get Fish and Game to work with us, is potentially give us another permit for Clear Lake and just move the permit from one lake to the other. So just kind of word. Stay tuned. Wait for more announcements. But we are going to open up registration this week, and rock and roll. We want to fish. We're going to find a spot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is a very competitive series, and yeah, it's going to be hard. Each tournament is going to have its own little nuances and challenges. And are you brave enough to do it and brave enough to last the entire season?
Right. And this is why we're making a film called Catfish Wars. It has nothing to do necessarily with fighting amongst each other. There is some of that craziness and drama that goes on, but the
Yeah,
Catfish Wars is about exactly what you guys are experiencing. The
yeah.
war with the catfish, the teams, the camaraderie, the
Like these
battles, all of that
standings
stuff.
are given all the drama we need for the show. Just where everyone's placing all different times. Just if you want to be a part of the documentary and the show, just whenever I have the camera and point it in your face, tell me stuff. Talk into the camera, and then you'll be on the show. Or bring your
When you're
dog,
releasing, when
and
you're
the dog
releasing the
will
next
definitely
trailer,
be part of the show.
when you're releasing the trailer in the next one,
I already released the trailer. They were showing it off at the bar.
we want a second one.
Share
I
that.
want a second one.
That's all you need to do is share that same trailer again.
No, I want rebranded, shared. Come on, we'll talk offline, but another one will come out soon.
All right, I was like, look how cool this is. I'm like, that's all the cool footage I have so far.
So we've got more footage. We can re-edit, do 2.0 version of some of the same footage, some new footage, drag it out a little bit. We got this.
Yeah, but I have two other major edit projects right now before Catfish Wars. Look Behind, which we talked about already about a year ago. I'm in charge of the editing now, and I'm almost wrapped up on that one, and that should be coming out at the end of the year. And then I also filmed a horror movie called Doubles, and that should be coming out this spooky season too. And then I'll really get knee deep in Catfish Wars and bring some light on our little community that we're building through Clear Lake and the Richmond Point.
And it's Richmond Bar and Grill, and it's coming together. It will be cool. I'm excited.
Eric, as a fisherman, man, I thought you were just talking about fishing movies. You said doubles, man. I'm thinking, wow, doubles.
Yeah, double hookup.
This is your own you're filming.
Yeah.
Your film. Oh, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, whole separate, slightly different projects from Stunning.
Nice.
We had Eric on here in the beginning part of this podcast talking about Look Behind. And yeah, it's almost wrapped up. And then him and I shot another movie called, or it's a short called Doubles. And so hopefully wrap up editing both of those in the next month. And then I'll really get knee deep in Catfish Wars, bringing out have it ready so once we hit the championship, we'll pull out the big production.
Cool.
Speaking of doubles, what was the name of that breakfast place we went?
Oh, we went to Double D's.
Highly
Double
recommend
D's.
it. There's a fishing hack. There's a fishing hack that comes with that. When you go in there, order your breakfast and order your lunch for the day that you can take with you on the boat. They'll pack it up for you and you can have it.
Oh,
it
nice.
was perfect. Good sandwiches.
Where is that at?
Double D's makes good
Right
sandwiches.
there in Gold Beach. There's not a whole lot to do here on a Monday morning before 7 o'clock. And that was the first place that opened. We were supposed to be fishing at 8 o'clock, and we ran over there. They had breakfast on the table in about 10 minutes and made some sandwiches, and we got back to the hotel, and it was perfect. Worked out great. So shout out to Double D's. Now, what you think? It's a restaurant. Good food.
Yes.
At least for breakfast.
And where is that?
Are you
Gold Beach?
updating them on Gold Beach?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to
Where
talk
are you
about Gold
guys
Beach
at?
now?
Where's Old
We
Farms?
are-
You guys just farted away, didn't you? You didn't come back home.
I didn't even come home. So we left Clear Lake Sunday morning bright and early and went and dropped my boat off at Anthony's house and continued our way down to Gold Beach to do some salmon fishing with Kevin Brock. So we had a ton of footage today. We had the pleasure to fish with Warren Fredrickson and Dave Mayo and a guy named Kurt. So we went out there and put a hammer down on them, and the report is Gold Beach is a lot of fish being caught, a lot of chrome fish. We managed to put three in the boat today, and I say we collectively, we as the boat put three in. We should have had five, but your boy here lost one, and then Anthony lost one.
I lost two.
He lost two. So he feels twice as bad as I do, but it wasn't the fact that Kevin wasn't doing what he needed to do. He was putting us on the fish, and if you can't keep them hooked or pinned or get them into the net, that's your own damn fault. So,
but I did catch one. You could edit that in later on.
I'll show the picture there. I did catch the record of the day.
Beautiful.
I think I sent it to Eric. So
yeah,
he did catch a fish. I was skunked. The only thing I caught was a buzz, so we're good.
Oh, speaking of catching, I had my daughter out there helping me man cameras this last tournament, and she likes fishing for some reason. Like she's hooked in on like wanting to go fishing, and she was telling me about how good she is at taking the net and scooping up fish because she has a big koi pond at her mom's house, like a swimming pool size koi pond. And she was bragging about how well she can just like net up fish. I'm like, oh, Stoney and Anthony will love you for that for sure.
Oh yeah. Hey, anytime she wants to leave my house at 4 a.m. to go fishing, she's more than welcome.
You're gonna have to come pick her up on the way out there.
All right, we can do that too. So 4:25, ready to go.
Yeah, yeah, she's about it.
You just let me know. We'll get her on there. How old is she again?
16.
Fishing license or no?
Yep. Oh, yeah. I guess you got to have her fishing.
Well, I have another business expense coming up. I see.
The best fishing we've had was when we had another little girl on our boat.
Your daughter. How big was the biggest catfish you caught?
Her biggest was 20.
20 pound and she was 14, 12.
Her first day fishing.
She was 12, right?
She was 12.
Yep. 12 years old, took her fishing. We got video on Old Farts Fishing on YouTube. Look at the catfish stuff. Look for Amarissa. And she did great, man. She was so excited that smile was on her face. I think she even showed it as like show and tell, if that's what they call it, or sharing or aging myself when they went to school and brag. And look, watch this video. And there we are. And hopefully they didn't play any of the other videos, but we're good.
I think they played it in the cafeteria,
assembly.
On the old funky projectors.
Yes, and all those soccer moms level.
Somebody asked me, do they still use the overhead like transparencies? And I'm like,
I don't know. No, it's all digital. They just put the big screen on and
they have projector, they have smart boards, like it's all high tech now.
Yeah, no more chalk dust and or dry erase boards for you millennials.
They have dry erase boards, but no chalkboards.
Oh. Yeah, I had to beat those things to clean them when I got in trouble. Yeah. Like they after school and clean the chalk.
So like nonstop every day.
Dude, that's probably why I like smoke so much. Exactly.
I mean, which is better for you, like weed or chalk dust?
Hey, we hotboxed the classroom with chalk dust. How it started. No, we're having a great time out here in Gold Beach. It was nice to get out of the 100-degree weather. I think it was 76 today or something. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, a little misty out there.
It was misty in the morning. It cleared out beautiful all day. The fog started to roll in about 4 o'clock and then rolled right back out. I said, nope, just kidding. And now it's gorgeous again.
And the fishing is only going to get better.
Yeah, so it's doing really well. If we were fishing every day, I could say, yes, we're going to catch fish. But when you hit a window and you come out here and, it's hit and miss, it's a gamble. And, Kevin got on them yesterday, full load. They had a full boat and everybody got fish. So it just, some days it's better than others. And it's just why it's called fishing, not catching.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So speaking of, I know for us, we have to actually go over to Kevin's campground. They are cleaning the fish we caught today, or they caught today, and then we're going to figure out. We might shoot some more video at the campground. I have no idea. Or Anthony are going to go get a pizza. I don't know. We're going to be hitting the road tomorrow, coming back. Eric's been holding down Sonny's
Oh, thank
photography
God. Oh
course.
my God.
He's like, I don't want
I
to.
am
I don't want to
not
run a
I
business.
don't want September to come here anymore. I'm glad that Ori denied your vacation request because yeah,
See,
early
we,
of why you get your like 20%. Like I don't
and
want
there's a reason why you have your forte, I have my forte, and
it is you
that's
set
why it works.
expectations like I get up early and take care of stuff and I'm like now I have to get up early and take care of stuff.
No, it's all good. But no, we had a great time. We'll be hitting the road tomorrow, heading back into town. And I think for the next few weeks, we will be salmon fishing on the feather and trying to figure this stuff out on our own. We've had a lot of training, a lot of things to see and do and watch, and we're going to go give it hell and see if we can get some salmon on our own. So looking forward to that.
Nice. Do we have anyone online that was at the bash and or up there with you guys fishing right now?
There was, I have to look. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Who's that? Saw somebody.
David Mayo's on.
David Mayo. What's up, buddy?
Oh, he doesn't want to talk after the standings, I'm sure.
Let's see. Anthony's trying to do a few things here. Look, I got a ton of support. I can just sit here and look pretty.
And still you fuck it up.
David, how you doing?
I don't know.
There it is.
There it is.
Mr. Mayo.
Hello.
Hey
Yeah.
there, buddy. Warren,
Hey
David.
guys. Hey, you guys look good for being out in that water today.
They look a little darker, don't they?
My face feels hot, and
My face
Are
feels
you
kind
guys
of
over
fun.
there with Kevin already cleaning fish?
Yeah, we're eating a little having a little something to eat real quick, and then he said, "Come on over after you're done."
All right. So
He said,
as soon
he
as we
said,
wrap up here, we're gonna head over there ourselves.
yeah, just head over here. Yeah, you'll have plenty of time.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is that cooking with Kevin video that I'm gonna bust out here next week.
Another project for you, Eric. I got you loaded up with
I mean,
projects.
I need you to come back to take off some of the work so I can get back to that video.
Tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. But David, then Warren, tell us about your tournament. What happened with you guys in the tournament?
The Catfish Bash,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
man, it was tough for us. We didn't get our first bite till 4:30. We have a lot of confidence fishing there, but we just don't know not about the areas and stuff yet. We're still getting, into the catfish and bass stuff, and just learning the fish, learning their I don't know what you call it. I guess their habitat, what they do this each time of the year. I know post spawns usually like around end of June, July, and then they go into like a hibernate. They eat, but they go suspended, get fattened back up, right? But we just couldn't find an area that carried the active fish. We did mark a lot of fish, but we just couldn't find the ones that were active. So we did get the one bite. It was a little over 10 pounds, and I think we did get one other bite, dry bite that came by. But other than that, yeah, just those two bites, pretty tough for us. But hey, we're learning. That's why we're doing this catfish bass. We're learning, and we'll be strong next year for sure.
The biggest question: are you guys having fun?
What's that, bud?
Are you guys having fun?
Dude, we are feeling it.
You're feeling it.
We are feeling it.
Yeah,
We
and that's
love
what
we
it's
love the
about.
Catfish Bash. It's a great run little tournament organization. They do a really good job in this, especially this last tournament we had. We had how the weigh-in was really orchestrated, and man, it just worked. It just flowed real nice. So I like that kind of. It went really good, I thought.
Yeah, well, I know Jake appreciates that, and as you guys are saying, we're trying different things here and there, and all the ideas great? No. Are all of them polished? No. Are we working to make things better? Yes. The weigh-ins we did a little differently. I've heard a mixed bag. Some people liked it, some people don't. So we're going to take all the feedback, kind of digest it, and figure out what makes the most sense for the fish and for the participants.
Yeah, it's always the best to leave those fish in the water, where they're cool and that's sometimes you get them out there in those baskets too long and yeah, it's not really good on them raw. But yeah, I think that's a good way you guys did it this time. I think it worked out really well by boat number. That was really good, organized and well prepared. So hats off to you guys. Definitely kudos.
And then I want to give a special thanks to Jake's wife, Christine. She's the
Yeah.
one who puts all the numbers in, and Rebecca, she's been helping behind the scenes and she coordinates the raffles. Now we didn't do a raffle this time, but she's out there hustling and getting, raffle prizes. I think what she's doing is strategically gathering a lot of stuff. So when we do the championship, we're gonna have a really big raffle with some really cool things instead of doing a little bit at a time. So there is a strategy. We're not forgetting about things. We're just trying to do them a little bit smarter and expedite, things as well.
Well, and there's a lot of things that go on the dock that you guys don't even realize is going on because obviously you're out on the lake still. Like, there's still a lot of working parts that go on. So registration goes smooth, weigh-ins go smooth. Like, sometimes it doesn't work smooth, or things happen and whatnot, and everyone's trying to dial it in, but to be able to dial it in takes people to actually do the work. And Christine and Rebecca are just doing like fantastic jobs, like making sure that stuff's all set and ready for when it's go time.
And here's the thing that's interesting, right? So we're doing this, we're taking everything that goes into putting in a tournament, and we're doing it pretty much 6 times a year. You got Richard, I'll pick on Richard a little bit. He's got the Channel Cat Classic coming up. He's doing all the prepping, he's doing everything, he's putting all his ducks in a row, he's strategizing, he has a plan. It's for one weekend. It's 2 days, but it's one weekend. He has one shot to get this right? And so it's he's learning from what I call the farm league. What Jake and I are doing. We're training. People are going to learn from our mistakes. Then they're going to go out there and they're going to put on the big leagues. And he's going to put this together and take a lot of what he learned from what we're doing and make his tournament that much better. And we're hand in hand with Richard, communicating, planning, and he's got a great thing coming up and $8,000 guaranteed first place and twenty thousand
That's going to be a
dollars
big
in prize
one.
money.
That's going to be
And
a
it
big
can only
one.
go up.
Wait,
And I would
do
say
we have
that's
an official date on that yet?
there is a flyer. It's on my desktop, Eric, somewhere on my downloads. I don't
Oh, that's
remember
too
where
far away
it
from
is.
me right now.
Yeah, it's somebody knows. I don't remember off the top of my head. It was April. It was
It's
in April
April next year.
sometime. Yeah. But there is a flyer. Registration is going to open to that soon, I believe. If not already, but we're getting that going. I should say Eric or Richard is.
Richard.
Yeah.
I like Richard a lot too. He's very calculated, in his
Yeah.
organization. I think we're in for something really special coming
Yeah.
out of that.
So stay tuned. It's either going to work or it's not, but it's going to work. It's going to
I
work.
mean, this is a nice. I see a nice catfishing community starting to build, and especially with the series and something like a series is really good, and like getting people together and like wanting to participate in stuff, and then having the was it Channel Fish Classic? Is the
Channel Cat
official?
Classic.
Yeah. Having that because I feel a lot of people in the bash are going to go over there as well, and yeah, it's just this nice group of teams battling it out every so
And this is
often, and I'm going to document it all.
Yeah, and the bash is what I would say the training grounds, right? So the bash is your training ground to have this big tournament that Richard's putting on. You can go on cold turkey and you can go just do that one tournament. And that's the only tournament you do that year, and that's awesome. Or
Yeah.
you can say, I want to be a competitive fisherman. I'm going to go hit all these bashes. I'm going to learn. I'm going to hone. I'm going to get the feeling of what competing's like, and then you already know kind of what to expect when Richard does his. Have a little bit of twists and turns that might be a little different, but you'll
Yeah.
get the general idea of the layout and how it all comes together.
Mm-hmm.
You
Once
don't
all
really
this
know what
blows
to
up on
expect.
social media, we'll have people coming in from all over the states and the globe.
Well, that's what
This
we're
is how
hoping.
Burning Man started, Stoney. We're starting the fisherman catfishing Burning Man.
So Richard did join the ACA. So if you guys don't know what the ACA is, it's the American Catfish Association, the same association I joined when I put my first tournament on. And I talked to Richard, said, "Hey, you guys want to reach outside California? That's probably your best bet because it is a catfishing association that's huge on the Midwest, East Coast. These guys that are going after big blues and do the tournament scene on a regular. Some of them may want to come to California, but the question is going to be, is $8,000 enough for them to come to California? Is that pot going to have to be bigger? Even though it's 20,000 in cash and prizes, these guys that typically fish in those tournaments are going for $20,000 first place, $100,000 first place. So they're putting in bigger entry fees, bigger tournaments. Are they going to come chase kennel cats in California? We'll see, but that's the hope. But it's going to be what it is.
Well, and it's also be interesting, like, because just by our recent numbers, like the fish can be like less than some of the places back east, and it's like, oh, you'll have people be like, oh, I can catch bigger fish than that, and be like, we'll fly out to Clear Lake and see what you can do.
And you got to remember the fish that they're catching back there are typically the blue cats. They're going after the 150 pounds. I mean, big catfish,
Yeah.
and that's not what we have out here. We don't have those at Clear Lake. They're the channel cats. You can get, I think their biggest weigh-in was like 64 or 62 pounds. It was above 60 pounds. Thought we were going to break 70. It was a huge, I think it was Ron Ladd that came in with 320 plus catfish. And so it can be done. There are some big fish in there.
hmm So,
There you have it.
so what's coming up? So we have Halloween Bash. Not sure.
So Halloween Bash, and then after that, if that goes off, then I think the championship is what's next after that.
Yeah.
And the championship again, what it is, the way it works is the standings will be, the top 10 teams will get a automatic transfer. Once you've been notified that you made the top 10, then you'll have an option to say, yes, I accept, pay your entry fee, and you're in. If for whatever reason you can't make it, don't want to make it, you don't pay the entry fee, and you say, thanks for having me, but I don't want to compete or can't compete, whatever it may be. Then we'll go down to the 11th team and ask them if they want to, move up, and we'll continue that process till we have 10 paid teams. Now, once that's done, we're still working out details, but we're going to have a second division. It's everybody who did not make the transfer. So the 10 teams are going to compete for one pot of money. Everybody else will be just a normal catfish tournament, maybe a little lower entry fee. We don't know. We're working some of the details. But you're going to compete for your own pot. But we're all going to fish at the same time, and the weigh-ins will be done separately. You'll have your championship weigh-in, and then you'll have your everybody else weigh-in. And so watch for that to come out. Again, it's an idea. We're working on details. We want everybody to be able to fish. But we want to have some fun. So the championship guys will have their own trophy, own match, and the other guys are still competing and having a good time.
Oh, I just had a thought while
Yes,
you were
sir.
explaining that.
Ken.
I thought it was top 10 was locked, and the next 5 was wild cards. So you
Correct. No,
okay?
you're correct. So there's going to be 15 total in the championship, top 10, 5 wild cards, and then a second division for everybody else.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, thanks.
Nope. Ken keeps me honest, trust me.
Well,
Somebody
how about
has
if somebody's
to.
in the top 5 and they can't make it?
If you're in the top 10, it's just everybody's or top 10, and you can't make it, it goes down to the next one. So once you decline, you're out. But that doesn't mean you go join the lower division. It just means you can't fish that weekend. So you can't say I'm going to decline the top 10 and then get a wild card, but then you're going to go fish the second division. No, if you decline, you're out. You're saying you can't fish.
You're giving money away.
How are we giving money away?
Not if they can't afford the $300 entry fee but they could afford 150 to drop down. You're giving that money spot away.
Well, again, we all have choices, I think, and like I said, the details aren't fine. I'm just talking out my butt right now when we get down to it, and the
Stoney
announcements come
is
out.
not an official spokesman of
Exactly,
the Catfish
exactly. I
Bash.
have no say. I have lots of opinions, but at the end of the
Okay,
day,
there's
the fish
5 other
tournament.
people on the line. You're lying to 4 of them because you ain't lying to me because I know better.
I don't know anything. I'm just the AB of the Catfish
Jake
Bash.
is the official word of Catfish Bash, so
It's not a
all
democracy. It's a
real concerns
dictatorship.
should go through him.
I just say yes, sir, no, sir, whatever you think. My
Stoney
story. I'm sticking to it.
reported correctly.
Man, do I have to look this dark or is it the
It's,
camera?
we've been in the sun baking all day. One more question about the classic.
Uh-oh.
Is it a 1 or 2 day?
It's a 2 day. So you have a captain's meeting on Friday. The details of if it's in person or if they're going to do virtual, those are yet to come out. I'm assuming it'll be in person just like they normally do. And then you'll fish on Saturday, have things happen as far as prizes and things like that. And then you'll fish again on Sunday. And I don't know if it's combined of both days for the, winning it or if it's, I don't know. It's above my pay scale. I'm not sure. Wait for it to come out.
Oh, so I was thinking about the Halloween bash. Do we know if there's going to be a costume contest or best costume? Because I
I
feel
don't
if
know.
we're going to say Halloween bash, there should be some kind of like best costume.
I
I
think
mean,
you
it
should be the
doesn't have
judge.
to necessarily be like, a side bet option. Just someone should get an award for best costume, I feel like.
Well, we'll
Like no
take that
prize
under
money,
advisement.
just title only. But
That's interesting.
We'll run it up the flag, and I already have a banana costume, so we're good to go.
I mean, 2 bananas on a boat, like especially if you guys get like top 10, be like, hey, we beat the curse.
With the curse.
Yeah, if there's 2 guys or dressed up as bananas and we win first place, man, that we
Oh, that would be
debunked the
see,
myth.
We've debunked it.
it's worth the risk. You don't know if it will happen until you take the risk.
All right, I don't know if I can handle the humiliation of wearing a banana suit again.
Or we might come in last, and they'll be like, everybody would be like, "I told you
I
so."
told you so. Yeah.
It's a win-win no matter how you look at it.
I mean, it's a story one way or the other that we're going to exploit Stoney.
Always trying. Anyway, all right, where are we on time? I feel like I'm
We
rambling
got
forever.
5 minutes till? 4 minutes
5 minutes till we gotta go. We gotta go clean some fish or watch some fish being cleaned and figure out what we're gonna do tonight.
I think we should give them a view of what we're looking at.
Oh, hold on. Let's
We
see if
keep
I can do
looking in
this.
this direction to see the boats.
Hold on, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna turn this around. I don't know if you can see
And
this.
some people will have to go back to work after this is over.
Yeah. So this is the view outside of our room. We just basically
Oh,
walk
that's
outside,
nice.
go out of our dock. There's still boats out there fishing, but imagine this is packed with boats. We just walk out. You go
Well, how about you guys eat some dick?
to the
Oh,
dock
now
over
you
here,
like break up
and
too.
just went to the dock.
You have to back up into Wi-Fi range.
Nope. Wi-Fi service. There we go. We're back in.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
barely.
that's where we are.
But yeah, you can go eat a dick.
Hey, we're working.
Oh,
This is
hey, take some photos so I can add it to the Time Hatter travel site.
We have tons of photos, tons of video, all kinds of things that we've been doing. And yeah, so I have a lot of work to do. I've got a ton of video footage, and that was the main reason I came out and brought Anthony with me is my job out was a film, Kevin. So a ton of footage. We'll be making they're sitting on the boat, probably 20, 30 little videos I can do, a lot of storytelling videos. We set up a camera right on him, so he was telling a lot of stories throughout the morning, and hopefully the audio came out decent on that. We'll be able to make some small videos from some great stories, just great information, some good laughs, and looking to kind of piece that together in some little short reels and in shorts for those things. So watch for that to come out here in the next few months. So there you have it.
Yep. It's a minute with Stony Stone, hosted by Eric Timehatter. I don't
did a
know
good
these
job,
two
Eric.
assholes on this Zoom call right now.
As long as we're not basshole gangbangers, we're good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You
thanks
mess
for
up
checking
that
in with
name
us.
so bad every time.
I know. A minute with Stony Stone. We love you guys. We're hitting the road and we'll be home tomorrow. Anything else?
Safe travels.
Safe travels.
Tight lines.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, bye.